Hi community, I'm Lito. I will explain to you today Mixamo and Retargeting using also Rokoko animations for your own character and why you have to use the T-pose. So I made this little feller here. It has no color. In a VR painting tool. It's called Masterpiece VR, and it's one mesh actually. You see, it's really detailed. And I imported it, and as you see it's quite big, so I will scale it down. So let's scale it down. What we're gonna do is to position him the right way so that we can actually rig this character. So what I want to do is to make it really precisely in the middle. So this is a little bit a tricky part. And I want to have the origin set to the 3D cursor, so it's actually over there. And that's actually the guy. Let's see if that's the front or was, yeah, that's his spot. So this is the front now. If I have done this, let's see, we have applied the scale, we have a UV map, and we have in positioning the character in the center. So what I will do now is to export it as a FBX, and then we go into Mixamo. So this is mixamo.com. It's a website where you can actually upload your character and make an automatic rig and use the animations on this platform. So the thing is, you need to have create an Adobe account and you have to log in. So this is what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, and as you see on the left, this is a collection, an archive of specific different animations. And this area is your upload area, as you can see. So you can now use the character which we just adjusted in Blender as an FBX. You can actually upload it, and here you can see these are the files you can use for. And I will do my drag and drop thing. So let's go to my folder, and I have the T-pose thing. Important is, if you want to rig a character, the best to do so is to have it in the T-pose. I don't have him in the T-pose. That means it's gonna be tricky, but I think it's a good learning process how you can fail with the rigging part if you don't have your character positioned in the T-pose. As you see, it's suggesting you to put the things from the chin to this position, so I will do that. It has no head, so I will do this here, and I will put that here. Let's see what happens. So let's do the groin, the pelvis, in other words, and let's try that. Well, we see the character has actually got a rig. Try another animation where he actually brings the arms up like so. How does this look like? It looks funny. Okay. Oh, but well, how does this look like? Okay. Where is he? Whoa, that's fun! So the thing is, let's try the binary and take 30 frames per second. I will use with skin, that means with the mesh, because my old mesh has no bones and no armature, so we'll take this as well, download it and save that. Go back to Blender. I will call this collection base, so this is my base character and won't touch it. I will also switch that off. Go to import, FBX, now we're in the right place. Also tired already. So armature, and there we have armature, automatic bone orientation. Sometimes the bones just, rotate in the specific direction you don't want it to. So that's why you have to click this one, import. There you go. This is our little character with an animation. We go to layout, and we see we have our animation here until the frame 134. So because I have clicked the whole character, these new menus appear, and this one is the object data properties for the amateur, and in viewport display drop down you have in front. So I want to display the amateur in front of the mesh so I can always see it, doesn't matter in what perspective I actually look at the character. And what did actually happen? So when we go, it has no T-pose. Okay, let's see it here. When we go to our rest pose, it is actually this pose. This will cause some problems later. Usually, each of this animation has a specific rest pose, and the rest pose is actually the T pose. Somehow I did it in the right direction. It looks actually normal, this animation, but if I want to take another animation and adjust it to that character, there will happen some weird stuff. Let's try something else. Let's try to take another animation like this one. Yeah. And I want to download just this animation, so I will take this time without skin, and I will use my FBX as I want to. It's just this animation. So now if we import this guy, this kick animation, there you go. There it is, the kick animation. Yeah. So it has this kick. And if I go to rest pose, it has the T pose. And I think a lot of people had this problem that you want to get this animation, this character with this animation. So let's try this. So we go to our dope sheet, we have our action editor here. And as you see, we have now these two animations. So this one is actually the one, let's go to our pose mode again, where it's actually screaming or doing this kind of cocky thing. And we will call this scream, I think was okay. So let's leave it like this, scream. And if I want to just use now the other animation, this weird thing happens. Why? Why is this happening? It looks really like he's completely scared and his arms are kind of rotated in a really weird way. It's because the rest pose is actually the wrong rest pose. It's actually this rest pose, and we have this rest pose. So this is really a serious problem, because as you see, if I use the same character with another animation, and actually it should work proper, but it doesn't, because it has this weird rotation with the arms. I think the legs are okay, but these arms are really weird. Shouldn't look like this. It should look like this. And what we do now is to bring it to a T position so that we can use this then for retargeting. So he has a bone now, and he has its arms now, and that's what we're gonna do, that we have to adjust it, sadly, but it's just like this. So I will rotate it to the position it should have, like so. Rotate X. So now it should rotate this direction. Now come, this one, like so. That is on the, yeah, like so. And this is what we're gonna do for this guy, that it has this arm position, so the fingers, the thumb in the front. Oops, just rotate a little bit like so. Now it's more in the T position and also here. So why is it like this? Oh. Okay, So that looks a little bit better. Now we have to adjust the weight paint. Let's do this as well. Yeah, so this is a little bit tricky. I would mostly work with the blur tool. With the brackets, you can resize it like so. Okay, so this is our T-pose now. It's a keyframe, so I adjusted the pose and made a keyframe. It's an action. What we have to do now is to apply this armature because we have to re-rig it. That's the tricky part. So we have to go to the mesh and to the modifiers and apply our rig. And we have to deparent it. So now we have our mesh again. And this is separated from the armature, and this is what we're gonna put into Mixamo again. So now we're back to Mixamo. This time I have my character in the T-pose. Not perfect, but better than nothing. And I will reposition everything like it should. So this is what I'm gonna do now. There you go. Okay, we will take the skeleton with the arms, so let's try how that comes out. Take some time again. Okay, it will take time, still doing. So there you go. Whoa, it's there. Okay, so your Retargeting has been uploaded, blah. So there it is. Okay, let's say I'm done with Mixamo animations because they're usually the same. So you have this game character thing that it's jump or it's to jump down and to shoot and whatever, to fight. So there's not much to see there. And there's also Rokoko. Rokoko is actually this software where you can use a Rokoko suit. It's, let's see, Rokoko Studio. Yeah. So we search for this here. You can download it and you can have also a testing period of time. And anyhow, you won't use the Rokoko because you need a suit for it. But if you have downloaded it, there is this marketplace over here. And there you can find also movements which are for free, which is quite cool. So let's see, I want to have this one, so you have to click on that. So it's in the basket. Sit to walk. Let's see, that's funny. That's funny. Let's see what we have more. So there's a lot actually to choose from. They're quite different than the Mixamo ones. Shake hand. That's cute. Marching. Yeah, I take this man standing and thinking pose. This is a little bit different than always this fighting characters. Simple walk. There we have a simple walk. Idle combat, relax. Also this one I would take. So I have this for now. And it do not cost me anything. So I confirm this order and I will check out. Yeah, I can import them now. testing. Yeah. Yeah, this is at FBX now. And let's say I want to use this character with the Rokoko. And there is actually also a Blender plugin from Rokoko. Rokoko Studio Blender add-on. Yeah, this one on this page. I will put the link in the description. So you download the plugin, you activate it in Blender under Preferences. Then you search for Rokoko. There it is. If you can't find it, you have to import it with this and import the zip file or Python file, and then it should be activated over here. So I don't know why I have two. I think this was the first version, the other one, but should be activated. And then you can have access to the retargeting. Where is it? Because why we have to do retargeting? Because the naming of my bones are the Mixamo, and when I will import now my animation, this one, and I will also do my automatic bone orientation, that's fine. So there it is. And you see it has a little bit different naming, and I will call it mocap nm. There it is. And how does this retargeting work? I think all this with the receiving and stuff, it's for Rokoko suits, and if you have the license and everything and paid a lot of money for it, this is not for free, but this part here should be for free. I think here you have to sign in. I'm signed in with my username. And now I can access this retargeting, which is a quite useful tool. And I show you how it works. So I take my mocap anim as a source, and I use my robot amateur as a target. Now I have to build my bone list. I will make this a little bit bigger. You see, Rokoko is quite clever. So it actually finds some bones connected to it. And if we look and we go in pose mode and we press F2, then you see what's the name of the bones. And they're quite structured or mostly similar, but sometimes it doesn't fit, so you have to adjust it. And you have to go through all the bones sometimes. And then you have to name it proper. In that sense, it kind of did a good job, actually. Let's see. There we have right forearm. This is Mixamo right forearm. So it will do his job. We don't have fingers, so this is okay. The neck is the Mixamo neck. So let's check this. This is my neck, I think. F2. This is the spine, sorry. I think this is the neck because it has actually no head, this character, so that's funny. Yeah, this is my head, and somewhere should be the neck as well. That's a weird thingy. I think it's this small bone here. Yeah, that's my neck. So it's quite small, but whatever, because it has actually really no neck. This is actually its neck, but okay. So yeah, looks quite okay. So let's recap. We have our robot amateur as a target. And then we have somewhere the other bone, this one, which is quite small, but it's okay because we put auto scale here. Hope for the best, and let's do a retarget. It will take some time. Yeah, this job. Let's see. Yeah, and now we have our animation pretty much done in a nice way. Look at his butt. Awesome. So as I said, it's important that my character has a T-pose, then you're really good to go with everything. You can retarget, even if their bones are named differently. With this awesome tool from Rokoko, you can really retarget your character. I hope you learned something today. I hope this helped you in many ways to animate a character, retarget a character, and have fun doing errors and fail, because this is part of it. And I wish you all the best and see you soon. Bye bye.